Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to my sewing room. How are you all today? I'm very good. I started working on this black and white purse, and I was going to make a pocket. I know you've all seen this before, but that's what I'm doing. I hope you're all good today. Having a good day. I am so far. I've only sneezed once. Crazy. Did you have a good weekend? We did. I did. We went to yesterday we went and bought peaches out in South Carolina. And it was it's a side, a roadside market where it's just open, kind of like a country market, sort of thing. Real nice peaches. They had white ones and yellow ones. So I'm going to, so we got, I think we got they're not bushels, maybe they're packs. They're a pack, I guess, huh? Anyway, so one basket had, they're like, each of them had like 8 peaches in each one. Good sized peaches too. And so we just ended up buying white ones. And then, which they say has a different taste than the yellow. So we'll see. Actually, I think I've had a white one and I did like it. So, but I'm the only thing I'm going to do with them really, I think, this year is, last year I tried making peach jam out of them. And I don't know. It was okay, but this year I'm gonna make a peach pie. I haven't made a peach pie in a real long time, so it's funny, unconsciously thinking, or just thinking, I don't know if it's unconsciously, I don't know what it is, but doesn't make sense, right? But being different times of the growing season, and you're bringing in your harvest, and so far, like today, I finished off some 2 quarts of relish. I didn't have any small jars, and I didn't have enough lids to buy. All I had was the quart. I think it's the quart. And so I just went ahead and filled up both jars with relish that I prepared like 2 days ago. And I've just had it sitting in the refrigerator. I ran out of steam, so I just started it this morning and worked on it. And then, of course, I'm always putting up beans. I'm always blanching beans, long beans. And then, or I'm giving them away to my son. They really like them. They're called, I think they're called China long beans or something, but they look like ropes, and I think they grow that long, 2 feet long. And they love hot weather. So my husband's saying, we should grow some more. I'm just kind of a little burned out on them, because they will keep on growing and producing until the cold weather comes on. So I kind of just don't really want to grow anymore. Our cantaloupe are just about done. I think we have one more growing in with the okra and the eggplant. And we have also watermelon. And it's funny because I remember a couple videos back, maybe about 10 videos back, I kind of did a video. I tried to do a video of my garden, but as you look back, it's the only blank one. The only blank, video. It just, there's nothing there. That just, it came out blank. Really annoyed me. That's why it's only got 14 views, I think, because it's supposed to show more. Well, anyway, so yeah. So my watermelon are just out of control, and our watermelons are huge, or this big, but they're still not ready yet. When the vine starts to die, that's when your watermelons are ripe. So yeah, see, if you can't pull it off the vine, then it's not ready. And let me see. We have a long striped watermelon, and then we have a big dark gray watermelon. It's growing this big. So, and let me see. Lots of okra, and we learned yesterday. The guy was telling us that okra is like $60 a pound or something like that. It's crazy. That's how much it's gone up. And my husband, what he does, we don't eat it. I mean, some people like to make gumbo and they put that in it and or fry it. I fried it once. I don't particularly like it, and my husband likes it. But what he does with it is that he will, he makes this liquid from it. And he'll take the okra and he'll just chop it up. And then he puts it, the okra, well, they grow about this long, and they're long and narrow, and then you can chop them up and they have like seeds in them. I don't know if you've ever done that before. But then he will put them in water, and then the slime that's in the okra comes out into the water, and then he drinks that every day. And supposedly it's really good for people that are diabetics. I'm not a diabetic, and I will not drink it. So he'll drink it in the morning before he has his coffee. And it's supposed to balance out your sugars, I guess. So he swears by it. I guess that's good. It's like celery water. Supposedly celery water is really good for your gut. I don't drink it because it bothers my stomach. Everything bothers my stomach, so unfortunately. All right, so I'm putting in another pocket, and I'm matching up my seams here inside the lining. I have the lining, yeah. Let's see, which way am I gonna put this pocket? I guess we'll do it. It's got to be on the inside. Actually, no, it's got to be on the right side. So it's got to be on, the pocket needs to be on this side of the pocket. The front side. Front side of the pocket. Okay, let's measure, let's get the so let's see, so this morning I did not post a video because the day before, Saturday, or was it Friday? I guess it was Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. I took 2 videos, unpurposely though, because I was up here working, and then I had to go take care of some business, and so I stopped the video, and then when I came back, I restarted it, started all over again. So yeah, so I just started a new one, and since I don't have an editor for my videos, I couldn't edit it back on. So the first one is like another, I'll be back, and then I was gone. But I really wasn't gone. It was just like I said, I couldn't, with my phone, I can't edit the 2 videos together. With an app, I can, but the app that I was using would mess me up each time, and unless I was doing something wrong, which could have been, but it seemed like it was doing fine, maybe because I wasn't paying for it. But actually I started paying for it, and then it's one of those things, I think, you pay monthly, right? And then they offer you just a little bit, like when you first get onto an app, and it'll say, it's free for a week or whatever, and then you sign up, right? So they just give you a little bit of taste, and then they say, well, if you want more, then you got to pay this amount, and then it goes up and up and up, right? So yeah, I canceled it. I just thought, I don't think so. I don't, I'll pay $10 for it, a video, an app for, my videos, but I want it to work really well for me, and I don't want to be hassled. So, and if I ever come to the point where I'm making money off of my videos, then I'll look into a better video app. But nothing's free anymore. Okay, let me show you what I'm doing. I know you really can't see what I'm doing. I'm just putting a pocket on this this liner. So lining, I know I've kind of. Okay, so I'm putting a pocket on here. And lining it up, and I'm looking for a straight pin. I'm sure I got a lot of them on the floor, and I probably have one here. Yep. Like that. And I measured 3 inches down for this one. And this one does not have a snap on it. I guess we can still do it though. We can still do a snap. And I still need to fix the top of it because it's pretty crooked, isn't it? Okay. Let me do that real quick. I was looking at my after I put, it was 40 and 41 is the videos I just posted. Like, well, I can always remark it. 41 has like a lot of, I don't know, I can't tell you how many, but it has a lot of viewers, whereas 40 doesn't. I just thought, that's weird. I wonder why that is. And they both say the same thing. Blue Hawaiian crossbody bag. That's what I was working on at the time. So, okay, that's better, but let's remeasure it again. Make sure it's 3 inches. No, it's not. Let's measure it, move it down a little. So it really helps to have straight lines. It really helps to have straight lines when you're making a purse or anything. But we are going to plant more corn, and let's see, what else are we going to plant? I think that's it. So when you sew a pocket on, and you're sewing in it on a bag, see, because I've already put it together, right? So what I have to do in order to get it on the front, I have to pull back the underneath so I don't sew the two. Because if I just, I mean, you and I would know this, but maybe it's a kid or, you know, somebody that didn't know how to sew. If I were to sew right here on top, it would sew the back together. So what I do is I separate the back part of the bag from the front part, and I'm going to sew on it. I don't have sometimes some sewing machines have smaller, I mean, this is smaller. I could do this, but it's still not going to help me. You see? Maybe a little bit. Yeah, I guess it does kind of help. Well, we'll just do it this way then, won't we? I was trying to think of a different way of fastening this purse. Different ways. I love, you know, I find a lot of pictures on the internet of purses and different ways you can put them together. And I saw one that was made out of plaids, like wool plaids. I don't know, I just thought it was so cool looking. I showed it to my girlfriend and she didn't like it at all, and I said, wow, I think it's really cool. I mean, it wasn't anything fancy for a purse. It was just kind of a, you know, just a rectangle purse with maybe a flap over it, like my great niece made the other day. It was just a fold over purse, so to speak. Kind of like this. If you, let's see, this, imagine this is a fold over purse, okay? So like this. And there's your flap. So, like that. Right? Wouldn't this be cute for a fold over purse? Like that? Or like this? Or like a wallet. I think that would be darling for a wallet. Or just a purse like this. And so, and all you do for something like that is you turn it right side out, like this. Sew down one side, or sew all the way around. And then you would, and also you got to remember to have straight lines. But you have a fold here, right? Okay, so you would sew this way, and then you would sew this way, and then you would sew up from here to here, you know, and you just leave an opening so you can turn it inside out. And then once you get it turned inside out, you turn it, you know, you go right side out, right? And then you would bring up your bottom like this. Okay, let me use the other side where it doesn't look so stupid. Okay, so sorry you couldn't see me. I'm gonna have to figure out how I can direct you to see my table. Okay, so you just bring up your bottoms like that, right? Or, yeah, like that. Or it can be like that. No, it has to be like that. It has to come up like this. So it would have to be longer. Because the reason is because your flap. And your flap will go over like that, but you still have to get into your purse here. But anyway, it goes like that. And then to have a bigger one or a longer one, you just have a longer piece of fabric that you can fold over in half. But anyway, I don't know where I was going with it. But anyway, that can even be a pocket inside a purse. You could even make a pocket this way inside a purse. So lots of different ways of being creative. Oh, and so yes. So plaids, I have a lot of different plaids, and I thought, how cute would that be, you know, is to make a plaid purse, like a green plaid purse, you know, and or maybe one out of wool, you know, that would be kind of cool. That would be totally different. Or three, you know, some purses I've seen have 3 different colors. And so like one I saw was, maybe it was dark blue, right? And then the middle part was a pair of jeans or shorts cut off, and it had the buttons and the pockets, so that's the middle of your purse. And the top part is flowers, or, you know, it's a printed fabric with flowers on it. I thought, oh, that's so cute. People have great imaginations. Great. I love that. I love it. I just got to figure it out. Just give me time. Give me time. And you sometimes, I mean, I've seen pictures, I mean, of purses that have cats on the front of it. Like, there's even a purse I saw that has, it's a tote bag, and you put your cat in it, and then it has a hole for your cat to stick his head out of. I think that's really great. Great, great. You know, you're shopping and nobody knows you have a cat in your purse, right? I think if I had a cat, it probably wouldn't want to stay in that. But I think it's really funny. Really cool. All right, there's the purse. I mean, there is the pocket right here. That's cool, isn't it? You always need a pocket in a purse. Okay. Oh, I got it right there. Sorry. I think I need a cocktail. Anyway. I was just thinking, I gotta run down and get my phone so I can film this, and here I am filming you. Boy, that's really nuts, huh? I haven't even started having a cocktail yet. Oh, jeez. Okay. Silly me, silly me. Okay, so, let's see. Let's see how it's going to look in there with this pocket. Nope. Wait, actually, it goes the other way. I forgot. So your pocket, you always turn your lining inside out. And then you want to stick it down inside the outside bag that's right side out. Unless you're going to sew it together, then it goes the opposite way. So let's see how we look here. So these have 3-inch box corners. And the reason why I made it 3 inches is because it already was cut to 3 inches. So I had no choice but to do it that way. So I don't know how you're going to see this. Maybe if I fold it down like that, you can see it. I mean, it's, you know, you can be so creative with purses like this. I mean, I could do it like this. See, there is the pocket right there. It's kind of hard to see, isn't it? But it's a good idea. Put a little pocket in there, the same color as the fabric. Now, some people, or some purses that I've seen, they do the opposite, where they put the bright colors on the inside of the purse and stripes on the outside or something like that. I thought that was interesting too. I haven't been down that road yet, but maybe one of these days. Okay, so this should have some snaps put in it. And I need to do snaps, and I also need to put in the loops, which I'll do another day, because you've already seen that one. Okay, so here's the blue one, and it does have snaps in it. I think we worked on this the other day. I'll put this together. Make sure I have the right, oh yes I do. Okay, so this outside gets turned right side out. Oh wait, we haven't done oh, I haven't done this yet. Okay, let's do that real quick. I really like this blue fabric. I have lots, well, I have lots of different blue Hawaiian fabrics. I'll have to show you what I got. These fabrics came from Honolulu. My sister-in-law and I went to Honolulu a long time ago. Her daughter lived in Honolulu. And so I'd go with her, leave the kids at home with my mother, no, with their dad. I don't even remember how many years ago that was. I'll have to look back in my archives. Okay, so we're gonna do it this way. And I'm going to measure it and see how I want to do it today. Let me see. I'm going to do 1.5 again. One and a half. So remember, 1.5. One and a half on each side makes it 3. So the bigger the your box corner is, the more fabric it's going to take down at the bottom of your purse. So we're going to do this at 1.5. I'm going to do it right so I don't foul it up. Like that. And let me see, no seam on this one, so we're going to do another 1.5 on here. One and a half and 1.5 makes 3-inch box corners. That noise you hear in the background is my air filtration system. I think what it is if I run my fan and the air conditioner at the same time, it's either, I mean, I dusted that thing last night or yesterday, but, so I think if I run them both at the same time, that's what steers up my allergies. I went and dusted in here and everything. The only thing I didn't do was vacuum. You know, the thing is too, this upstairs has got carpeting and downstairs doesn't. Downstairs, my allergies don't bother me. Upstairs in my sewing room, it bothers me. So, weird, huh? Maybe we rip out the carpeting in here. It would be better for me. Although I don't think my husband liked that too much. I think the reason why they put carpeting upstairs is because it keeps the, so you don't hear people walking around upstairs, you know. It's like soundproofing. But it's not that great for sewing. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? So 3.5 goes on this one too. Yep. Now remember, when you do a 3.5 on the bottom and you have a fold like this one. Oh, I just did it this way, didn't I? I didn't cut it. We just did it this way. We opened it up like this. And use the fold as a seam. This fold right here. Use that as a seam. And kind of finger press it across and line that fold or that crease up against, come on, um, up against the, so you get the corners together like that, right? And then, and then you take the crease like so, and you line it up in the middle. And so it just kind of lines up with the seam here. And that's how you want to get it. And then you measure it with a measuring device. And you put your 1.5 right on that crease because it's in the middle. So you go 1.5 to the middle, and then another half. And then you get 3. You see a 3. So you want like, so you, it's like this. Okay, so let's say this is 1 and this is a 3. So that's how you make it. Can you see that? That's how you measure it. So the further you go down, the wider your box is going to be. So if I took it down further, it would be 3.5 or 4 inches. Or in this case too, if you go from the middle, right? So let's say, I don't know if you got this figured out. It took me a long time. But, so, let's see. I know you can see it because I was watching the video and I could see it. So, there's a center line that goes down, right? And then, so what you're doing is actually measuring from here to there. So, let's say this right here is 1 inch, right here. So 1 inch on this side and 1 inch on that side, it's going to make a 2-inch box corner. Okay, so I'm doing a 3-inch, so that would be 1.5 inches on this side and 1.5 inches on that side. And that way, that makes a 3-inch box corner. And yeah, 3-inch. So if I want it bigger, I go deeper down onto the V. So if I want to do 4 or 2 on each side, so let's say we're going to do it 2 on each side. I will lay this ruler and I will find to the edge here, and I'll line up the seam line like this, or like this. See, like this. So I can't see where it is right now, but let's see, how long is this thing? This, okay, measures out 6 inches. So if I'm gonna make a 6-inch box corner, okay, this is how far you would need to sew it, right? And so considering 6-inch, so that's 3 inches on each side. So that's how much fabric it's gonna take to make that 6-inch. And then you're gonna, and how much fabric it takes up for the purse, see? But you'll have a nice wide box at the bottom, and then it also will take up room right here. So it's gonna be real narrow here because you're taking up 6 inches, see? Let's see, like we can go 6 inches on this side. For the heck of it. I'm not sewing it, I'm just showing you. Let me pin this. This is a good way to figure it out, huh? me. Okay, so let's figure out this one. See if we get a 6-inch one out of here. Alrighty, so let's do a 6-inch here. So by doing a 6-inch, the bottom of the width between your box corners are going to be real narrow for the bottom, right? And then it's going to be wide on top. So that's kind of a weird thing, isn't it? So I don't think we want to do it that way, because if it's going to be a purse, we're not going to get much to put in the bottom of our purse, right? If we go 1.5, like this one, between these you have plenty of room for storage. So that's something to think about when you are making a purse, is how big your box corners are going to be, and how big and how wide or narrow your purse is going to end up at the bottom by making a bigger one. So did I mess it up on the other ones? Let me see. No, this one's good. I put a 3-inch here. And so it will be a little wider at the top and narrower at the bottom, but I think it's okay. And then some purses I've seen lately, let me find this one, whereas they take the purse and they cut it here at the top like this. They cut it like that. So that's another way of making a purse, but the only thing is, you don't have very much room here to open. Anyway, so let's get back to where I was. And I'm just gonna do, let's see, what did I do here? 2-inch, I think, didn't I? Oh, where did you put your ruler, Joan? Everything gets lost. Okay, it is a 3-inch, but it's only 1.5 inches on each side. So I think that's plenty of space here. So let's not go overboard, Joni. Because if you go overboard, you might end up making it too wide, your box corner. And then nobody is going to want to use that purse because there won't be any space in it. So that's a good idea, huh? Okay, so there's a one, and here's the other. So the last videos I did, I don't know if you've seen them yet, which I posted them yesterday morning. I didn't post anything this morning. It was on how to put snaps on and a pocket. Oh no, and the label on the front of the purse. And then a pocket, I guess, wasn't it? I don't know, I can't remember. But here's the label. See, this has a label. This is what I did yesterday, or the last video. So if you want to get back and look at that video, I think it was 40 and 41. So here's the label I put on it. It says handmade. So yeah, if you're what I've heard said is that if you are planning on selling purses or whatever, if you put a label on, women like labels on their purses. So there you go. I put labels on. The only label I don't have is one that has my phone number on it or something. I'm not manufacturing purses for that yet. Maybe if I put like my YouTube, that would probably be a good idea, huh? I could do that one. YouTube site and my email, maybe something like that. But I don't think that would be good on the front side of a purse. Christine, who I watch in Australia, she uses one that says Christine made it. I think I would put made by Joan Young or something. I don't know though. I mean, you know, I think, well, gee, maybe I should have a business name because Joan Young seems like, you know. Ooh, who's that? Who's Joan Young? Oh, she's a purse maker. Oh, I never heard of her. Whereas if you have a, you know, a cool name, then they could say, oh yeah, I've heard of that before. That's one thing I don't have. Well, I know my daughter gave me a purse a couple years back, and it was a very expensive, well-known purse. And anyway, so I use it only for when I like go to weddings or, you know, go to fancy places. Because it's a purse that's probably worth a couple $100. I would never spend, you know, in my mind, I would never spend money like that on a purse. That's just me though. I think because my husband and I have always been poor, in a sense. We had 3 kids, and when we moved to Oregon and trying to raise kids, and my husband working part-time for the post office at that time, and I was a homemaker, I mean, we were poor. I mean, our main thing was food and clothing for our kids, you know. And I remember I had a friend, well, when we first moved to Oregon, we didn't know anybody. And my husband was working for the cable company, and he was laid off. And so I went and worked at, okay, so Amber, my youngest, was 6 months old, and I ended up working a night shift at a restaurant, plus I was nursing. Yeah, so it was hard times then. And there was this organization called Christian Women's Club, and I had met a couple gals that were involved in that back then. And so when was this? 83, 84, when we lived in Oregon. We just had moved to Oregon. And so we were renting this big old 2-story house. Actually, I said I never lived in a 2-story house. I have. I forgot about that one. We did live in a 2-story house. Boy. But anyway, so we lived in this 2-story house. And we had no furniture. And the kids slept on cots that we brought up from San Diego. And we had this we had a van. In those days, you know, seat belts, well, they were, but we didn't have seat belts in the van. and all we had was ourselves and the kids and some cots. Anyway, so we came to Oregon and our camping gear. And anyway, so we came to Oregon, we found a house to rent. Yeah, so anyway, make a long story short, it was during the holidays. And we didn't have much money at all. We didn't know how we were going to do Christmas or Thanksgiving or anything. And lo and behold, we went somewhere, and when we came back, there was a bunch of presents and food and everything, you know, a bunch. I mean, it was just like 2 grocery bags full and gifts, wrapped gifts for my kids, and 2 grocery bags full of food on our front porch. Had no clue where that came from. And it was just so heartwarming to see that. I mean, that's how poor we were. Like I said, we always tried to make sure we had food on the table and clothes for those kids, or diapers or whatever we had to get, you know. And yeah, and it was so heartwarming. I was just like, wow, you know, we couldn't believe it. And I think did I leave an opening in this one? No, I didn't. So yeah, that was really, really, really cool. Really appreciated that one. And let me see. And that, yeah, so that was, and then, you know, and then raising kids. And our oldest, she was like in high school, you know, and you couldn't never wear the same clothes every single day. I mean, you know, she would never wear the same outfit every single day. She might wear the same jeans, but she'd have a different shirt. And if she ran out of clothes in her closet, she'd come looking in our closet for clothes, or borrowing it from her friends, you know. I remember the time where she wanted a leather jacket. It was a suede jacket. We didn't have the money for a suede jacket. And so finally, you know, she just kept on bugging us about it and stuff, and we went and bought one. Probably was like $100 jacket. To us, that was a lot of money, of course, because we didn't really have the money for that. But, you know, it was all about it. I mean, you know, it's like they just don't understand. They don't get it, you know, that how much that suede jacket cost us. It was like she wanted to go to the prom. She was going to go to the prom. And we went and looked at all the prom dresses in town. None of them. She didn't like any of them. So she decided, well, let's have one made. Such and such is having theirs made. Why don't we have ours made? So we checked into it. Okay, we'll get you one made. It was wine color, you know, like Merlot color, satin dress. It was going to be full length. Go back and forth 30 miles to the seamstress to have fitted several times. And then, you know, that was just so much money for us. I don't remember what it cost. I think it was a $100 dress. I mean, it was just, not that we had $100. And then we got the dress, the last fitting. And she decided she didn't want a full-length dress anymore. She wanted a mini dress, and she wanted 4 yards cut off of it or something. So instead of being down to the ankle, now it's up by her, you know, thighs. We were just like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? We were so upset with that. You know, it's just like, and of course she had no clue. She had no clue at all what that cost. And you know, what we had to do in order to get that dress made, and, you know, pay Peter to pay Paul to get that dress made, so to speak. Yeah. But later on in life, she got a real good job and worked for a mortgage company, and she was making lots of money, and she was sharing it with us, and she took us to Costa Rica and to Hawaii and things like that, and we were on a cruise. She bought a cruise for us. Yeah, and then the last time we saw her is when we went to Kauai, and then she passed away. So anyway, but you know, it was 44 good years that she was around, and we love her dearly, and of course she was loved. So anyway, that's the way it is. But she was on the dance team with the high school, and we were really proud of her, and she did really good. A lot of good years with her. And yeah. So anyway, so she gave me that purse. And so, like I said, we went to a wedding a couple weeks ago, and I used it then, you know. So yeah, it's a Coach purse, and I just love it. And when my youngest daughter saw me with that purse, she was so jealous. And I remember taking it to Idaho to visit my sisters when they lived in Idaho, and we were at the airport, and my younger sister Janie would say, "Joan, why are you carrying that purse with you?" And I says, "I don't know, why not?" "That's an expensive purse. Somebody could steal it from you." I didn't think of it, you know, that way. It was just a pretty purse, you know. She goes, "You need to put that away. You don't need to be carrying that around with you." It's funny. I was very naive about it. And it's just a gift from my daughter, that's all it is. Lovely gift. But anywho, yeah. Where are we at? Oh dear. Excuse me, but I gotta, 57 minutes. Okay, cool. Okay, so this is where we are on this blue Hawaiian. Isn't that cute? I love it. Let's see what it looks like with the lining inside. Like this. It's going to be a cute purse. Very cute purse. I love it, love it, love it. And it has snaps. And a nice little label. So I think when we're done with this one, all it needs is to be sewed all the way around and put in the loops. So this one is almost done. You've seen me do it, so I'll probably just finish it off. And we have this red one. This one's really cute. I love this print. Isn't that cute? So this one needs to be finished off with a label and snaps. And I'll probably put a pocket inside. But I use this striped fabric inside this one. So far we have a black one, a blue purse, a red purse. No, my sister's purse. I haven't finished, and the African purse. And then I want to do a green purse. Ugh. That I haven't sewn together yet. Let's see, let's put this one together real quick. And then we got to finish these off because I got to start on those American Girl doll clothes. And I think you basically have seen everything I'm going to do to these purses. They're all the same, basically. They will be done. And we can get start on those kids, those doll clothes. So here is the green one. What's the lining of the Hawaiian bag? I was trying to find some kind of lining to go in there. It's just the fabric is, I think the fabric has more yellow in it, so I decided to go with this one. Kind of looks like a fence, sort of like, or, and then, so we'll sew these together. See, now if you have 4 or 5 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, a couple hours, you could get all these purses done in one day. But since I'm showing you how I do it, to put them together and put all the labels and all that stuff on it, you know, pockets, it takes a little bit longer, and plus I'm trying to keep it, you know, not I'm trying to keep it a shorter video for you. So anywho, anyway, so they take time. Everything takes time. And what I will do is I will finish off these purses, and when they're done, I will show you what they all look like. And then we'll start with the doll clothes. So it was good talking with you, sharing the time and visiting. And I hope you enjoyed it. And I did. I always enjoy this. And so we will get back together tomorrow. And I think tomorrow we will start going through fabrics for the American Girl doll clothes. And I'll show you the pattern book I have and the patterns. And try to figure out what I'm going to make. So it'll be fun. Okay, well, take care of yourself and have a great afternoon, evening, and or morning if you're on the across the world, or the middle of the night. I don't know. But anyway, have a great day, put that, or evening. Anyway, and I will see you tomorrow. And thank you, everyone. Now 1,005 viewers, and I think like one of my videos, I have like 288 viewers on that. I thought, wow, that's a lot of viewers. And then I'm up now to 42 subscribers. So we're climbing, and I'm feeling really good about it. So if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything. It just lets you know that I have posted, and it'll be easier to find me. And if you like this, just do the thumbs up. You know, just press the thing that's where it says thumbs up and give me a like. If there's something you want to say to me, say hi. You know, everything's cool. If you want to see something different, I know we got to get back working on that tree. I know that. That thing haunts me every single day when I come in here or when I'm watching the videos. Work on me, work on me. So I know, I'll get with you. I'm gonna start working on you. It's just that it seems like every time when I turn around, you know, something else needs to be made. And but I'm working on it every day. I'm working on getting all the pictures together, and that's, you know, it's just time consuming because I'm taking all the pictures of all our family members and put them in categories, and then you have to, you know, you might have 100 pictures, but then you can only take maybe 8 or 9 pictures, and you know, decide which ones you want to use. You know how that goes. So it just takes all time because, yeah. So let me see. So yeah, I'm planning on working on again. So in between. So after we do the American Girl doll clothes, then we'll get back into this tree over here. You know, my phone, when I'm watching the video, my phone will show, you know, where it describes plants or animals or whatever, and I'll push on it and it'll say artwork. The tree on the back, on the wall there, and my phone says artwork. I said, oh, thank you, phone, for knowing that it's artwork. Oh, that's funny. Anyway, okay, good talking, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.